Welcome everybody. Tonight we're having a Bible study. Even the stock in the heavens know her appointed times. And the turtle dove, the swift, the swallow, observe the time of their coming. See, we're talking about birds. They know when problems come and they run to safety. But my people do not know the judgment of the Lord. Na unandende ni bula. Ena yadima yana weekend. Menda kilati unabono menda nrokina. Keroni kila nambelo loa. Na kakambede na bono meranda unrokin na ngonianda. Na dawe singetuni kila kena tamata. Na bono menrokin.
Gentlemen, now making a stop for Nagalian Lords.
It's 80% of the staff here from the village. There's 4 villages here in Nadula. One of the biggest income for the villages here is the resort. It's probably 90% of the people who live in Nadula, all the villages in Nadula, are depending on tourists.
Twice a week, the women of Nadula village in the Yasawa Islands get ready for the Shell Market, where tourists browse through a selection of handicraft. For most of them, this is the only way to make a few dollars. Every now and then, students from the nearby primary school entertain some visitors from the neighboring resorts, who are also encouraged to donate to the school.
The Yasawa Islands, they are actually, from what we have seen in the past, sort of under the path of the cyclone. The cyclone that usually approach Fiji are more towards the northwest, in which it comes down from the Solomons to the Vanuatu and then to Fiji. So along that line, we would say that perhaps the Yasawas would be a little bit more vulnerable than the rest of the islands in Fiji. But it is an area that is also part of our tourism here in Fiji. I suppose from the tourism side, they can manage themselves. But in terms of the local side, the community themselves, they are being challenged by the continuous event of tropical cyclones.
Nadula village, just like most Yasawa villages, is a self-subsistent community, most villagers surviving through farming and fishing. Life over here is a very delicate balance. Villagers are barely able to meet their daily needs and cover their expenses for fuel and groceries. It is the cyclone season again, and students know too well how a direct hit by a cyclone can make life even more difficult.
My neighbors' houses were all damaged. The roof got away, blown away by the wind. Cyclone Heaven a strong wind movement. It destroyed our houses. We know about the cyclone when we listen to the radio and reading on the newspapers. During the cyclone, I'm really frightened. When the cyclone comes, we have to stay indoors.
When the cyclone even comes, it destroyed our hall and took off the roof of the dome. We didn't have school for 1 month because of the damage.
One of the dorms was totally damaged, and in the school infrastructure, there were our hall, school hall was damaged, and some of the teachers' quarters, some of the roof tin items was flowing away. It's take more than a year to have a rehabilitation. The dorms and the school. Our library was almost destroyed, and all the books was in the classroom was badly damaged. This is our school hall. The walls of our walls was badly damaged by cyclone event. There were nothing on the walls, but now we're able to rehabilitate, so we can have a good walls now. Over there, that's the new dome, and that new dome was badly damaged by cyclone event. They take away all the roofs and the walls of the dome.
At Nadula village, the devastation of Cyclone Evan, which hit the Asawas in December 2012, is still visible. This is despite the government of Fiji helping to rebuild and restore some of the houses.
The first one I experienced was in 1952. That was quite a big one, very big one. In fact, only 3 houses was left in the whole village after the cyclone. It took only 1 hour, but it was very destructive. And in that 1 hour, only 3 houses remained. The whole village was left paralyzed, no food, nothing after the hurricane. In fact, you could see from this end to the school, no leaves, no trees. Normally we would be expecting a big one after 10, 15, 20 years, but lately it happened more rapidly.
No part of Vanuatu was spared by Tropical Cyclone Pam, which has left destruction and in some cases death in its wake.
The recent Cyclone Pam was a Category 5 cyclone. It hit Vanuatu with tremendous force and caused widespread destruction, especially to smaller islands. Luckily, it closely missed the Asawa Islands.
It was quite strong. The first few days we were sheltered at the back of the resort due to the hills that we have directly behind us. The last 3 days it swung, the wind direction changed, and therefore we had wind come straight into the resort.
Yeah, I think the main problem after the cyclone is the food. All our crops take 9 months to be ready. And after each hurricane, we have to wait 9 months. Cassava, yams, only sweet potatoes can mature quickly in 4 or 5 months, but the rest will take 9 months. And after a hurricane, everything is destroyed.
After a long day, Melly goes to bed, still thinking about what the pastor had told him.
And now we come to our latest news. A Category 4 cyclone is heading straight towards the Asawa Islands. All Asawa residents should be on full alert, making sure their houses are safe and find shelter in evacuation centers as needed.
Waking up to scenes of destruction this morning after Cyclone Evan battered the west coast.
120km/h winds and heavy rain destroyed homes, uprooted trees and caused widespread flooding.
Even the stock in the heavens know her appointed times.
Hey, Sia, wake up, wake up. What's up?
Hey, ito po na, calm down. Okay.
It is Sunday. People in the island still rely very much on their faith as they ask God for protection from the ravages of another storm and the devastating consequences on their livelihood. On the surface, the village looks very peaceful and happy. However, research has shown that in times of disaster, children and old people are especially among the most vulnerable.
Excuse me, we are not helpless. We are strong. And we are smart. Come with us.
We decided that we need to find out more about cyclones. So we got our friends together to come up with a plan.
This is our children. All class 1. Class 1 kids. This is my mother. We can go and ask her some question. What do you do when the cyclone comes?
We just stay inside the house.
How do you prepare about the cyclone?
We put the hurricane shutters on the windows and the doors, and we cut down the trees, the big branches that will fall into the house.
What about the food?
Oh, when we heard about the cyclone, we bought all the food we eat from the store. That's all.
So we learned that when the cyclone comes, we need to stay inside the house. Put up special hurricane shutters on doors and windows. Trim all large trees that are close to the house. And buy enough food from the shop.
This is the way to the farm, and now we are going to the farm. Let's go. Let's go. This is how to plant cassava. When the cyclone comes, we cut it again so the wind can blow it.
We learned from Melly to look after our farms before the cyclone comes and cut all our cassava plants to prevent damage by the strong wind.
This is our plantation. It was damaged by the cyclone. We have to plant for 9 months and we rely from the food from the town. Thank you. Let's go to the old lady there. This is Billy's mother. What did you do when the cyclone even comes?
When the cyclone came, I have to make my children safe for the cyclone and prepare food for my family.
During the cyclone, make sure to look after your children well and prepare food for the whole family.
As you can see, this is Tameka's house. It's already damaged by the cyclone and it's very old.
Now we go to Tameka's house.
He's very old man and he can't walk.
Bula Tameka, what is the sign of the hurricane before it's coming?
The first one, the auto. When the time the auto till 4 or 5, just only the one branch, yeah, the hurricane should be coming. And the second one, the wundi. You ever look this wundi? You ever look the what?
Top.
Yeah.
When
When they laying down, there should be hurricanes should be coming.
The old man told us to observe our natural environment for signs of an approaching hurricane. The breadfruit tree will carry 3 or more fruits on one branch, and the top of the plantain plant will point downwards.
During the hurricane, where did you stay?
I stay at home.
After the hurricane, what did you do?
I clean all my compound.
We noticed that no one helped the old man to go to a safe place. Please look after the old and the vulnerable in times of disaster.
Thank you very much, Jamaica.
When the cyclone comes, we close our shutters. And we have to listen to the radio.
When the cyclone comes, we have to look after the old people.
This is the water supply. We should build it strongly so that it's not damaged by the cyclone. Thank you.
Our young friends have come to a place of elevation. There are lots more things to learn and discover. Yet they have come to know one thing, that they can play a meaningful role to keep their village safe, and that the future is in their own hands.